Megan Fox and her on-again, off-again husband Brian Austin Green finalized their divorce in February 2022 after close to 12 years of marriage. Almost immediately, she was all booed up with Bad Boy Records artist Machine Gun Kelly, better known as MGK. From the start, everyone thought Megan was out of her ever-loving mind with this rebound relationship. Because by all outward appearances, she seems to be, relatively normal. But after linking up with this wild boy, we realized that both Megan and MGK are a bit cuckoo. Today, we'll be taking a deep dive into other people's business, because that's what we do best. But before we get into it, don't forget to scoop up something to nibble on from rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of lemon pepper beef jerky, green apple licorice, and buffalo wing popcorn. To give you more insight into this juicy, hot pile of mess, we have to take you back to 2004, when Megan met 30-year-old Brian Austin Green on the set of the TV show Hope and Faith. Although Brian was way older, more mature, and a father of one, Megan wanted him real bad.
It was Kelly, and then I think Ted McGinley, who at the table read was like, yeah, she's 17, so yeah, nobody touch her.
And meanwhile, she had a calendar with a big circle on her birthday, this is the day I turned 18.
She turned 18, and then she was in Los Angeles, and that was when we spent time together.
Her encounter with Brian was actually the start of a pattern Megan has of getting her cheeks beat by her co-stars. They got together, broke up a handful of times, and Megan even cheated on him when she got her back blown to smithereens by her Transformers co-star, Shia LaBeouf. Despite their turbulent relationship, she and Brian got married in 2010, welcomed 2 children, and broke up some more. Then Megan filed for divorce in 2015. After filing to end their marriage, Megan gave birth to their 3rd child in 2016. 3 years later, in 2019, they called off the divorce and attempted to reconcile. Meanwhile, MGK was doing anything and everything to keep his name in the press. At the 2012 BET Awards, a thirsty journalist told him, "You recently tweeted that you like chocolate milk. I'm chocolate, you know." MGK then proceeded to talk about his daughter, who he conceived with a black woman. And then he went on an X-rated tangent that fetishized black women and the way they perform in the bedroom. A black woman nearby heard his comments, got offended, and walked away. In response to the woman taking offense to what he said, MGK went on to insult the woman with a bunch of derogatory remarks.
Bitch, walk the fuck away then, you dirty dick. Yeah. Bitch, weak ass dress and fake ass Louis Vuitton purse. I'll go in on this bitch.
Who let this white man on the BET red carpet? And why didn't anyone come to that innocent woman's defense? That same year, seemingly out of nowhere, MGK tweeted that Eminem's daughter Haley was hot as... After realizing how much he goofed up, he deleted the tweet, but not before online users captured it. MGK went on to accuse M of getting his music banned from radio stations, but M confirmed he didn't even find out about MGK's tweet until 6 years later. And from there, M was ready to unload the clip. They've exchanged diss tracks back and forth ever since. And then, during a 2013 interview with Fuse, the 23-year-old Houston native said he had a crush on Kendall Jenner, who was only 17 at the time. When the host asked if he was counting down the days until Kendall turned 18, MGK answered, "I'm 23, she's 17, and she's a celebrity. There's no limits right there." So at this point, people were convinced that MGK needed to have a seat with Chris Hansen. Although he lost some fans, his career kept chugging along. In 2019, Megan was cast in the movie Midnight in the Switchgrass, which was filmed in Pensacola, Florida. There was still one character that hadn't been cast. Megan later found out the role was given to MGK. She told Glamour UK magazine she knew his name, but she wasn't familiar with him. When she Googled him and saw his picture, she said to herself,
"We're gonna be in so much trouble because he's literally like my exact physical type."
So, surprise, surprise, Megan was ready to risk it all with yet another co-star. In an episode of his podcast, Brian stated that when Megan returned home from filming, she told him she wanted to spend some time alone and explore life solo dolo. Brian said, "I was upset about it, but I can't be upset at her, and I wasn't upset at her because she didn't ask to feel that way." Taking a break doesn't always turn into a breakup, but in the case of Megan and Brian, their relationship was over. After announcing their split in May 2020, a source told In Touch Weekly that Megan and MGK had been hooking up for weeks prior to Megan and Brian announcing their breakup. The insider confirmed that Megan grew closer to MGK on the set of Midnight in the Switchgrass, and things got a little freaky-deaky between them. Megan went from being with a much older man to dating MGK, who's 4 years younger than her. Apparently, this new age gap was working well for Megan at first. The insider said, "Megan's enjoying the excitement of hooking up with a cool rapper with an edge." The situationship was described as friends with benefits, and the source even said MGK was a rebound for Megan. If Megan thought she was going to run through MGK and then bop her way back into Brian's life, she was sadly mistaken. Brian started dating professional dancer Sharna Burgess in October 2020, and Sharna gave birth to his 5th child in June 2022. As of this video, they're still going strong. Okay, now back to Megan and MGK. After being spotted together numerous times, they put their foot on the gas and took their romance from 0 to 100 real quick. And of course, the red flags have continued to ding 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 all over the place ever since. MGK told GQ magazine that Megan wouldn't kiss him at first. He said, "We just put our lips right in front of each other and breathed each other's breath, and then she just left." Okay. Megan stated she avoided the kiss because she was trying to protect her heart, even though she was already falling for MGK. But she eventually gave in. On their first official date, they hung out on a rooftop, listened to pop-punk music, and played tonsil hockey. MGK was the guy of Megan's dreams. Literally. She told Glamour UK magazine that at the age of 4, she started manifesting her perfect partner, and MGK was the exact physical type that she created in her mind. Since he's 4 years younger than her, she really thinks she created him. Like, seriously.
My thoughts and intentions grew him into the person that he is. Who knows what he would have looked like or been like if it wasn't for me.
As time went on, their bond got weirder. She described to GQ magazine that their relationship had euphoric highs and a demonic side. As for MGK, he described their romance as the darkest fairy tale. Apparently, darkest fairy tale was one of the first text messages they sent each other. The words have some strange significance to the couple, and they even did the honors of inking the words on each other's bodies. Those of you who watch our red flag videos already know that matching tattoos are the kiss of death for most of these celebrity relationships. In 2021, Megan decided they needed a, quote, injection of God in this relationship, so they traveled to Costa Rica to partake in a ritualistic ceremony. Megan told Glamour UK magazine that they fasted beforehand. Then they ingested a plant-based psychoactive tea called ayahuasca, which was administered by a shaman. Megan said they violently expelled the tea from their bodies, and in the aftermath, their minds were opened up enough to heal their past trauma. Megan said, "It opened a door for a lot of healing for me from a personal experience I had with him that allowed us to get to a place where we were now seeking the right outlets to heal moving forward." In January 2022, they announced their engagement. According to Harper's Bazaar, the proposal was pretty traditional. However, the ring was all sorts of cray-cray. MGK designed the ring with bands that have thorns on them. MGK told Vogue, "So if she tries to take it off, it hurts. Love is pain." Megan told Glamour magazine that after saying yes to his proposal, they drank each other's blood. She mentioned that MGK was down to take it to the head and chug as much as possible. but they ended up only drinking a few drops. She also confirmed it wasn't a one-time thing, and they did it often for ritual purposes. Now they know that's nasty as hell. Baby, even real-life vampires were appalled. The co-founder of the New Orleans Vampire Association told TMZ that Megan and MGK needed to take proper precautions to avoid health consequences before swapping bodily fluids. The vampire added what we all know: blood can carry various diseases, so it's best to make your donors get tested before you take a sip. Child, we'll just stick to sipping on this Casamigos instead. In celebration of Megan's 36th birthday in May 2022, they got matching voodoo doll tattoos. But no matter how many matching tattoos and how many rituals they performed, their relationship continued on a downward spiral. A friend of the couple reached out to the Sun website and said Megan and MGK were constantly fighting and getting on each other's nerves. The source added, they had an amazing relationship for the first year, but now Megan often feels she is dealing with a grown-up child. But MGK wasn't just acting out for no reason. His father passed away in July 2020 after suffering an illness. In his documentary called Life in Pink, he recalled the trauma he faced after losing his dad. He learned some things about his father that he wasn't prepared to hear, and since he wasn't able to get any closure, he fell into a really dark place. MGK said he became paranoid and felt that someone was going to take his life. He started sleeping with a weapon next to his bed, and one day, he just snapped. While Megan was away filming a project, MGK called her and told her, "You aren't here for me." With Megan on the phone, he attempted to take his own life, but the weapon jammed. The incident prompted him to seek help by attending therapy. Breakup rumors circulated in the summer of 2022, but a rep for the couple told TMZ they were still together. They were just busy with their separate careers. But the rumors persisted through the fall of that year when Megan photographed herself without her engagement ring. And in an Instagram photo dump, she posted the image of a book called Moon Spells: How to Use the Phases of the Moon to Get What You Want. Online users suspected Megan was about to get her hocus pocus on to fix her damaged relationship. But would it work? Apparently not. During Super Bowl weekend in February 2023, Megan unfollowed MGK and deleted most of their photos on Instagram. She then posted a video of a bonfire, burning a letter, and some pieces of apparel. She took things a step further by posting the lyrics, "You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath," from Beyoncé's song, Pray You Catch Me. A rumor began circulating that MGK was cheating on Megan with his guitarist, but Megan shot that rumor down in an Instagram story by saying no third party, including humans, bots, or demons, interfered in their relationship. And then she cranked the drama up a notch by following MGK's rival Eminem on Instagram before Megan deleted her profile entirely. They were spotted on Valentine's Day 2023, leaving what appeared to be a marriage counseling office. As of this video, Megan has been attending events by herself, but we're still not sure where things stand between her and MGK. They haven't announced an official breakup, but a source told In Touch Weekly that their relationship is toxic and hanging on by a thread. The source added that people are concerned about Megan because this is the first time they've ever seen her act like this over a man. Did the blood pact backfire? Or were these two doomed from the start? Let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.